Okay, so my name's Pixie, and I know you guys are on Zoom, but if you want to raise your hand or ask questions, you can, and you just tell the teacher or something because you'll be far away to the microphone. So we're going to paint the cupcake today. Usually if we did it in person, you totally get to pick your own colors, which is fun. But this way it's like, these are the colors, all right? Because that's how I had to do it. I had to pick for you. But I'll show you why I picked the colors I did. Is because of the color wheel, right? The background is turquoise, right? So anything that's the opposite from the color wheel is considered a contrast color. So directly across from the turquoise is red, which is our pink. And then who's friends with the pink? Purple. So these two are directly opposite of turquoise. And that's why when we go like that, we go, looks good. Like the red against the turquoise. Like, why does our brain like that? Because on a color wheel, your brain goes, oh, those are like opposite, pretty. But who's ever played with Play-Doh and you're mixing the Play-Doh together and all of a sudden it looked like a cat turd and you didn't want to play with it anymore? You're like, what is this color, barf? Mom, my Play-Doh is ruined, right? It's because you mixed across the color wheel. Purple mixed with yellow is brown, and not a good brown. Or orange and blue across, those are, no, brown. Or red and green, the Christmas colors. You ever try to do a Christmas painting, all of a sudden it turned brown? They can't mix. They can sit next to each other and be high contrast, very pretty. So when you paint in rainbow order, the red will make an orange, and the orange will make a yellow, yellow will make a green, green, like that. Then you don't make any browns. Or if you're going to jump across, you got to wash your paintbrush, right? Well, we're staying with one paintbrush for turquoise because we can't get that that would make brown, right? But then I have just the blue and the pink right here, or the purple and the pink right here. So our paintbrushes won't make anything gross, okay? So we're going to paint the background first. And we're like, oh no, I can't outline with paint. But you actually can. There is a trick, and I'm going to show you. So we're going to use this big, fluffy paintbrush. And I always pinch it because little hairs come out. So I'll go a little bit. And we're going to smash our paintbrush. And she gets really big when you smash it. But we need our turquoise paint, which is this green and this white. This is a bluish green. Because blue, green, and white make turquoise. So this is a bluish green, so that's going to make turquoise, right? So we're going to open this and stir it. Ooh, careful. It's a lot. And to start, we're just going to make a little tiny swirly circle in the middle, because this is why. I stirred it really fast, and a whole blob jumped out of and fell out onto the table. So I started small. And I just make a little circle and try to make baby turquoise. Careful, don't fall out. Mine's trying to fall out. Well, there it is. Here it comes. Oh, I got to crush because the color's on the whites on the bottom. Here it comes. Oh, it's changing. Okay, I got it. I made a little color. Now I'm going to scrape the sides. So everybody pause and look up, even though you're busy. Everybody pause and look. Watch. I'm going to just scratch the sides and try to push it into the... Whoa! She's trying to fall out. Don't fall out. I'm trying to scrape the sides and, whoa, get in the middle. There. Whoa. Okay, scrape the side again. She tries to jump out. There. Now I can stir and there'll be more color. Okay, now I can stir. Ooh, it's really changing now. So, scratch the sides again. Okay, get back in there, turquoise. Oh, here it comes. It's changing. So pretty. Nice. And this color will darken as it dries too. It's weird, but white is like a white gel, like Elmer's glue that turns clear, like Elmer's glue when you paint, and so that leaves the pigment behind, so the paint gets darker. It's very interesting. Okay, look at mine. I think I could get some. Look at mine's not all the way mixed. That means I have to scratch the bottom, but I'm afraid of squishing the paint out. Do it slow. I did it. Okay. Whoa. Trying to come out. Look at this disgusting blob on my paintbrush. Scratch it. Scratch. I'm scratching it on the side of the cup. Get back in there, paint. Okay. Nice. How'd that work? That's good, right? But then there's a huge glob on your paintbrush when you stir. So you just kind of scratch it on the edge of the cup. Get some of it back in there. There. We have plenty. This will work, right? Does anyone feel like it's too sloppy? You want to clean your paintbrush? Right? So get a paper towel. You don't have to squeeze all the paint out, but I worry about your hands getting in the, because look how far up the handle mine got. So I'm just going to use a paper towel and just fold it over and get a wipe there. Okay, clean. I don't want to squeeze all the paint out right now. I'm going to use this color. I just wanted to clean off my handle was all disgusting. Okay, you guys ready? Oh, I wanted to show you this. So these are 2 paintings by me. Look how much different they are. So this one, way more white to make my white highlights. Way less white. We like them both. They're nice. But I look at this one, I'm like, look how much shinier it is. It's just, and then this one is like more relaxed. So, and then look at the texture. I must have been very smooth about this one, right? But then this one, look at the texture, all ratty, but I kind of like it. That's a texture thing. So you have to decide, do I like it smooth or I like the texture? You decide, okay? So mine, I traced in a silver Sharpie because pencil does not show up on camera, right? So you have Sharpie. So my lines are gonna show through. Yours won't. Your paint over yours, but mine will. So whatever. Okay, so we're gonna paint the background first, and we're just gonna go around the cupcake and then stop at the table and do the table last. It's weird, but we want to add a little bit of brown to our table. Otherwise, if we paint the whole thing turquoise, it looks like it's floating. Woo! It looks like it's being abducted by aliens. No. So I go, no, we need a little bit of brown for the table. So now we're going to outline our cupcake, and there's a trick. So it's huge. So I'm going to go like that, make a big line, but I'm only going to stare at one hair of the paintbrush. This is how I do it. So here's my paintbrush, right? So I stab the paint, stab, and I get a glob on there, right? And then when I touch my canvas, my paintbrush opens like that. And then I sneak up, sneak, and one hair touches the pencil, and then it's making a big line, but I don't care. I'm just staring at one line, and I ride the roller coaster with that one line. And then it only lasts about this long, and then you have to stop and get more paint. You don't wiggle to get more paint. That's crayons and pencils and, markers, because it only comes out one line at a time. This, we push paint like this, woo, like that. You know how a bulldozer pushes the sand, and then on either side there'd be a pile of sand? That's what we're using. Smash, and as we push, a bead of paint will squish out perfectly smooth right there. You want to try it? See if it's true? Okay, so now I'm just going to, where's my turquoise? I'm just going to stab it like I'm mad. I don't even care. I just go stab! I just get a huge blob of it on my paintbrush. It only can pick up so much, right? And then we're going to, we know how to trace. We did it when we were in kindergarten, tracing our letters. But we're tracing with one hair of the paintbrush. So I go smash. Oh, I'm not even touching. Look, I'm not. Now I'm going to sneak up like this. Sneak, 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 sneak. Oh, one hair's touching. Now I can write. Oh, no, it wasn't touching. Whoop. There. Now ride the roller coaster. Lump. 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 And then it got dry. Should I give up and go home? No. And do we wiggle? We're not painting like this, dash, 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 incorrect. We go like this, stab, And I get more paint, smash, and then sneak up and push my paint in a perfectly smash. Drive my car, smash the paint forward, and stop. And then see if it's true that you don't get a nice, perfectly smooth line. So you fold your paintbrush over. Watch me. I smash it. Fold it over. Now I get a fan, and I stare at one hair and go lump. Lump, staring at one hair that's making a perfectly smooth line. It's true. You're not doing it delicate. Fold your paintbrush over. Push hard. Smash your paintbrush. And then, did it work? Did you outline it? And then more paint? Can you go all the way to the bottom? Just stab and get more paint? Don't wiggle to get more paint out of the paintbrush. Just get more paint from your cup. So, look, room 25. Smash your paintbrush so she opens. Push hard. Whoa! And then I stare at one hair. Okay, go. Smash. Right. And do we care about this? No, we're going to paint that. But once we have a really nice outline, you won't hurt your cupcake. This is like protecting your cupcake. Okay? But we don't pick up our paintbrush and go dash, dash, dash. Nope. We just smash and push. Okay, let's do more. So I stab my turquoise. Okay, now I have to, you know what? I don't like to paint up. My hand shakes because of gravity. But if I pull down, it works better. So I'm going to go up to the tip top and go smash. Okay, is my hand out of the way? Can you see? Let me bring it closer. Okay, here I go. And I'm going to go up and over the cherry. Woo! Like a rainbow. Oh, it was dry. Look at the, more paint. Step. Okay, that's smoother. More paint. The more paint you have on there, the smoother it is. Oh, I did it. Are you jealous of me right now? Look what I did. So how are we painting? Is the whole paintbrush painting? Yeah, but we don't care. We're only staring at one hair and we push our paint. And then why do we use an easel? To keep our hands off the painting, and we are floating our arms up. We do not rest our arms against the canvas. That is defeating the whole idea of having an easel. Hands up. Now how about the other side? Is the other side jealous? Yes, it is. Step. Okay, now I got a lot of paint. The more paint, the smoother the line. So I go, okay, other side, but I don't touch the line. I'm going to sneak up to the line. Okay, you guys ready? Watch. Smash. Okay, sneak. Oh, one hair. Here I go. Roller coaster. Lump. And then I only stop when it gets dry. Oh, dry. So I get more paint. Step. Sneak up again. Whoop. It only lasts like about a hand big, and then you have to get more paint. Whoop, whoop. Okay, more paint. Step. Whee. Oh, table. So I finished before you. Does that mean I'm smarter than you? No, it means I've done it before, so my brain's not asking any questions. I just do it. My brain's like, oh yeah, we've done this before. Whatever. Because how do you learn stuff on earth? You learn by doing. When the teacher shows you math, are you learning math? No. When do you actually learn the math? When you do it, right? So you're like, oh, is it true? I don't know. Let me prove it to myself. And then now you actually know. And use lots of paint and push so that your paintbrush opens like a fan, and you stare at one, because this is about, look how thick mine is, 2 fingers thick. How come? Because I'm protecting my cupcake from any accidents. Remember, do not let your hand touch your canvas. Don't let your hand touch the canvas. And do not pick up your paintbrush. You go like this, smash, push, ride the roller coaster. Keep your hand off your canvas. Good job. Okay, So how about the top of the table? Can we do that real quick? It's just a swipe. So I get more paint and it's go, okay, ring. And then ring. Okay, got it. Great. Because we're doing the table last, so we can put a little brown in it. Right? You have a nice 2-inch gap, you know, a nice, like, kind of like a Star Trek where they have that, what's that protective thing that they put around their ship so they don't get hit by phasers, right? We just protected our cupcake with our... Okay, now we can paint the whole background. I recommend side to side, right? But we're gonna paint the background twice. So even if you went up and down, right? And you're like, oh my, I put it on so thin you can actually see the canvas paint peek through. We're gonna paint it twice because as it starts to dry, you'll be like, hey, that's too thin. And you can put a second layer on it. But the first layer takes the longest, trying to get rid of all this white background. So I just stab my turquoise, stab, and I get a big lump. And I feel like I paint with the side of my paintbrush more than the tip of my paintbrush. I kind of peanut butter it on. Let me show you. Everybody pause and look up. Watch me. So I'm going to show you an explanation. So everybody pause, even though you're busy. Watch me. So stop what you're doing and watch me. I'm talking to room 25. Thank you. So here's my piece of bread and here's my butter. I'm going to butter my bread. A little sharp, scratchy, right? But what if I use the side of my paintbrush? Wouldn't that be more peanut buttery? Smooth it on. So if I get my paint, instead of going like this and she kind of just makes one line at a time like that, no, I go like this with the side of my paintbrush and peanut butter it on, right? Push and pull and push and pull, and you kind of shove paint around, push it over there and shove it over there and push it over there, like that. It's the same glob, but you just start going push, push, pull, pull, push, push. Now you do it. Not the tip of your paintbrush, right? That will take too long and be tiny little flicks. We use the side of our paintbrush and go smear, 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 smear. And just get more paint. And then you already probably noticed that when you started to run out of paint doing the background, it kind of sounded dry and scratchy. No, more paint so it's smooth and slippery. And then you run out of paint and then it sounds dry and you're like, oh, it's completely thin. So I get another step. I'm not scared of this paint. I just get a glob and then I start painting. And look at, you'd have to really freak out to get some paint on your cupcake. I mean, we like this 2 fingers away. Oh, look at my edges. Ugly, right? I always have to go back and fix my edges. I don't like it. I don't like the little white things. They peek through. Get it. Okay. And then you know what else you'll notice? Your outline is around your cupcake is already drying, right? Well, it's going to be darker than the new paint you put on. And you're like, my new paint is lighter than the outline. I know. Dry paint is darker, right? You ever go to Home Depot and order the paint and they take the lid off the can and it's white in there? And you're like, oh, we're ordering a color. And they're like, we know that is the white gel that's going to spread the color on the wall and turn clear like Elmer's glue. So this also has like an Elmer's glue in it that turns clear. So it darkens when it dries. Remember, get lots of paint, stab the paint, and push the paint like peanut butter or frosting. Not gentle, lots of paint, pushy. Now I'm going to do the other side. Stab! Look how much paint I got. I don't care. I'm going to smear it around. Now I do this smeary. Now look, I'm using the side of my paintbrush. So I'm kind of holding it flat. Oh, then it's dry. Look at that sound. That is not slippery. More paint. Stab. Glob of paint. Smeary. Good job. The more paint you have on your paintbrush, the smoother it is and the faster it is. Get a glob, a scoop of paint like you're scooping ice cream, and then push it around. Push, push, push it over there. Push it up over there. Push it to the side. Push it down. Yes, more, and you're pushing your paint with kind of a lot of pressure. Push it over there. Like as if it was heavy, and you gotta go, ugh! More paint. I'm beating you. You're jealous of me. More paint. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, and then listen, I can tell, listen, I'm out of paint. It sounds scratchy. More paint. Should be buttery like. Oh, that's way quieter. Smooth. Okay. What about your edges? Anyone worried about these little white things appearing on the sides? What? Get out of here. Get. Go. Go. Corner. Okay. And as I'm waiting for you guys to catch up with me, mine is drying, and I'm looking at mine, and there is little white things. I gotta go get them all. I'm gonna put, oh yeah, 2 coats. First coat is for getting rid of the white. Second coat is bye for you, and put a little extra here, and I can smooth it the second time, right? More paint, smoothie. Slippery, smoothie. Oh, it's a better smooth texture, my second layer. And then look at this side. See, you'd think I'd be a pro. No, because paint is bizarro. So there's little white things peeking through. Wherever I didn't put the same amount of paint as other places, it turns white when it starts to dry. And more paint. I'm gonna poke more. Okay, I'm gonna do this smoothing. Look, I'm not hurting my cupcake at all because I'd have to get really, really close to it to hurt it, and I'm not. Who's on the hunting part already? Where you're like, what? What the? How is that peeking through? That crazy white? I don't know. It's what paint does. You know, when you paint walls, it's actually called a holiday. You paint your first coat, and then you have to go back and find all the holidays where the paint, because the wall is bumpy, just like our canvas is bumpy, it'll miss little holes. And then when it dries, you're like, that is not painted. And then you have to do a second layer. So as soon as you're done, no resties. Go back, touchy, and smoothing at the same time. Yeah, I'm more aware of the texture of my paint now, and I'm just like, I got rid of all the white because that's, now I'm just like, smooth. Look at that goober too. I had a big blob I didn't realize until I just touched it and I flattened it a little. Goodbye. There, got it. Okay. Who thinks their outline is darker than the rest of the paint because it's dry already? Isn't that weird? So don't freak out that it doesn't match. It will when it all dries. It's weird. But that's why when you open the can of paint and you're like, that's not the color I wanted. No, it's the dry paint they put on top and then dry it with the hairdryer. That's the color. Don't be deceived by that white gel. Are you touching? Room 25 is slower than Mrs. Cisneros' room, so we're resting, letting room 25 catch up. Somebody's setting the pace in room 25. Who's the dominant personality in there who's deciding how fast they go? It's called group dynamics. Whoever has the dominant personality decides how fast we go. Not the teacher. It's very weird. It's true. Did you touchy the corners? Get it? Okay. Because once we get brown in this paintbrush, when we do the table, then we can't touch up any of the other background. Like after, we will have to use our finger, get some turquoise and put it on with our finger, because the paintbrush will have brown in it. Because we're going to put a little bit of brown on our table. Let me show you 2 different ways I did it. This has a little bit of brown, a little bit. See how much softer I was with my highlights and my shadows? I know. And then this one has more brown, more bold. I don't know. That's how I did it. It's different every time. A little bit of brown on our table. Okay, guys, ready to do the table? Feel good about it? Okay, so we're gonna paint the table, but look at how it does a little corner thing. So the cupcake is sitting on the table a little bit in the corners, you know? So we have to drop down and around so it looks more like a table. But my table can be on top of the background. That doesn't matter. So I gotta get the whole table wet with paint. So how much paint do you use? A teeny tiny bit? No. Just stab your paint like you're mad and get a big scoop of it and go, okay, let me make a nice straight line. And go, and how do I outline with paint? I go smush. You already know this. I don't need to tell you this. Push, no wiggles. I'm not staring at one hair that's making this smooth. Oh, ran out of paint. More paint. Stab. Turn the corner. Okay. I'm going to look and make sure my table's the same height on both sides. Is it? Let me make sure. I'm stepping back so I can see. Ooh, look, I missed right there. Get it? Get it? Get it? Get it? Okay. Once we have a good outline, how likely are you to ruin it? Nope, we're not going to ruin it. Now we just get huge amounts of paint and just go push, pull all the way across. Nice, big, long. Why am I practicing nice, big, long strokes? Because that's how you put the brown in. Smush, smash, smush, smash. So why don't we just practice putting the turquoise on the same way? So I stab my turquoise and I just get a scoop of it, like a scoop of ice cream. Now I just smash. Oh, don't be afraid of getting your easel wet with paint. That's what she's for. She's not scared. Just go smash, smash, smush, smash. Long, long, long. Oh, I ran out. More. Stab. Okay, more, more, more. Oh, man. Am I getting not enough paint? What the heck? I expect it to be some more slippery. Whoosh, whoosh. And then I'm hunting for those white things. Get out of here. Okay. Okay. Yep, 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 yep. Look how much lighter the table is than your background, because your background's more dry. It's cool. More paint, push, shove, push. More paint, smoosh, smash. Be not up and down, that'll look like grass. Side to side, push, pull, push. Remember, not up and down, side to side only, because we push and pull our paint. And do we go dash, dash, dash? No, we do not. That's pencils, crayons, pens. With paint, you push paint and pull paint because it's so thick. Okay, now we're going to put the brown on. Can you find brown? Pop. Brown. And do we need a lot of brown? No, it's just a shadow. It's not a brown table. It's supposed to be a shadow. Right? So I'm just gonna get some brown. I don't need to go stab like I was doing with the turquoise. It's just some, right? Just some. So maybe just the tip of my paintbrush in the brown. I just go and poke, you know, a little bit. Some, not a lot. Some. Besides, the brown's not very deep. You know, it's only 3 squirts of brown. So it can't really get really deep. So just poke. Like that. I'm just watching Room 25, who is desperately trying to catch up with Mrs. Snaro's class. I'm not sure which class I'm supposed to watch. because then Mrs. Nero's class is like all like, hurry up, lady. And I'm watching the other class going, I can't, because they're just finishing. Okay, you guys ready for the brown part? Ready? Okay. So here's my booger of brown. It's just a booger, and I just want to get it off my paintbrush, like, ew. And I just wipe it off underneath the cupcake, like, ew, stop it, like that. Now you do it. So it's a shadow. Did I rub it in? No, I did not. I just dropped it off, like, ew. Then we will blend it in. It's brown, and we just go and touch, wipe. Oh, I didn't do that close, right? I'm gonna blend it in, obviously, but I just need to get it off my paintbrush so my paintbrush isn't covered in goop. Okay, now, nice big brush strokes. Everybody pause what you're doing and watch what I'm doing. I'm gonna go off the page, jump on, and put, oh, look, it's dropping off some brown. Let me get closer, because it was in my, oh, and then I hit it. And I push off the page, and I fall off the page, and reverse. Am I scribbling? No, I'm pulling. Look at the shadow basically, oh. Now I'm going to do, everybody don't look away. Don't look away. Now I'm going to do a row underneath that, and my brown will disappear, and my brown will disappear. And I keep going till I hit the bottom. Oh, it's running out of brown. I know. It's turning into misty brown. I know. So how many color values do I have for 3D? 3, dark at the top, medium when I start to run out of, and then light, lighter, run out. Now you do it. So I'm just smoothing my shadow. But I keep going, and I go all the way to the bottom, even if it's dropping off a micron of brown, it's still making it very misty. But I push, and then I pull, and I fall off the page, and then I push, and I'm squishing the brown into the turquoise and making a new color. And how many color values for 3D? 3. Dark areas right underneath the cupcake. Medium when you go lower with just the brown left in your paintbrush. And then you go all the way to the bottom of the painting with just like the misty left in your paintbrush. And it's like invisible brown. I can't barely see it, but it is a different color than the background. So that was our first time shadowing, making dark, medium, light. I see that it's solid brown. When I said 1 poke of brown, that's all the brown that we needed, because you need your brown for your cake and stuff. So whatever. You have a brown table, nobody else does. Now we're just waiting. Oh, so who got 3D? Dark, medium, running out, mist, bottom. Okay, yay! Okay, now at this paintbrush, right, I can't look at it's got brown in it. So even if I wanted to, I can't go and fix the background anymore. They'll look like dirty oopses, right? So if I wanted to touch up the background at all, like I accidentally splashed some paint, I would wait until the painting class was over and it was dry, and then get a little bit with my finger, get a little bit of turquoise and just go to fix. But this has brown in it. So just put it on the table, bye. And we could throw this one away later if we want. It's this one that we're saving. This is the fancy paintbrush that I was very excited to give to you. It makes flowers and leaves. It's like $8. Very nice. Okay. And this one's a dollar store one. We don't care. Okay. But the yellow one, very nice. Okay. So I just want to tell you that. So this, we don't care. Goodbye. Thank you, paintbrush. Get out of here. Okay, now I put the lid on my turquoise because I don't want it to dry out, because I could use it later to paint rocks or something. So I put that, okay, lid, and it goes clip when it's clicked on. Okay, now we get to do our cake. Okay, so we're going to use our small paintbrush, the itty bitty blue one, and she's stiff because she's brand new. I think they put hairspray on it or something, but as soon as you rub it on your hand, the hairspray breaks away and it's like, oh yeah, it's soft again, right? So do you remember when we were using our paintbrush and we outlined with the tip of the paintbrush and went smash and then right and outline things with one hair, right? But then we use the side of the paintbrush to get a nice smooth texture because the texture of the cake matters. So I go, oh. So I outline it with the trick, right? With the one hair trick, right? But then smooth. Let me show you mine. I'll show you why. Okay, so I did it all thick outline, right? Thick, which makes it look dark because there's way more pigment where I let it be thick, my outline. Then I went like this with the side of my paintbrush and it's less paint, which makes it lighter. And then we'll add a little bit of white so that the lightest milk chocolatey part is just like the part that bumps out towards us, right? But the outline is the darkest because she doesn't get any, it's nice and thick and she doesn't get any white. Okay, it's a trick. Wait till you see it. Okay, because once you see it one time, you're like, of course that's how they do it. Okay, brown. Where's my brown? Brown. Okay, so this is a teeny tiny paintbrush, right? So no matter how hard I stab, she will only pick up a tiny bit of paint. So annoying. So it only lasts like 3 fingers big, and then you get more paint and get more paint and it's very annoying. So I just stab because you think, oh, I got a whole bunch of paint. Just wait, it'll run out. So I'm gonna do the underneath part first. I stay in the cake and sneak up and down, right? So the cake's gonna be brown. So I go like this and I go, all right. So I go smash, I'm in the cake, right? I'm not hurting nothing. Now I sneak up. Oh, okay. Oh, what? Whoa, oh, nice and thick and dark. And that bead of paint, look at that bead of paint squishing. Oh, it ran out, got dry. So I get more paint, stab. I don't care how much paint I get. It'll be nice and dark. Shadow, push. Now you do it. See if it's true. It's the same as when we outlined with a giant paintbrush, but it's just with a little paintbrush. And do we care what the bottom of the line's doing? No. We're just staring to have a nice smooth top with that smash one hair. And I could even go over and smooth it one more time because mine was a little ratty. I smoothed it. Okay. Go ahead, don't be scared. Let me show you where cake is, right? Cake is the littlest part, the first part. Here's my zigzag for my wrapper, and then cake, and then that's frosting. So it's just this little, a little bitty piece. And then, what about the sides? Who got a smooth line? Nice. How many times did you have to get paint? Like 3 or 4 times. It's so annoying. But she's tiny. It's not her fault. We forgive her for being annoying. Okay, now what about my sides? It's like a C and a backward C, but the cake is in front of the background. So there's no white space between the background and the cake. The cake has to be on top for her to be in front. Okay, everybody pause and look up. Let me show you. I'm not scared of this is dry now. That's how fast it dries, right? But I'm gonna go on top just a little bit, and it's like a letter C. And I make sure the cake's in front of the background, right? That's all. I already ran out of paint. Look at the bottom. It's all dry. Ugh, I need more paint to do the other side. So I stab my brown. I'm gonna do the other side. It's a bump. Backwards C. Okay. Alrighty. Who's getting the idea of how you make a thick, smooth line? Once you see it, you're like, of course, you're pushing paint and the goober of smooth paint comes out this. I get it. Scribbly? No, that's furry cake. Barf. I don't want furry cake. That means I dropped my cake on the floor and my dog hair got on it. Ugh. I have 3 dogs. Ugh. You drop something on the floor, garbage, right? They're shedding right now. So annoying. I have to vacuum all the time. Okay, what about the zigzags? Okay, from the zigzags, we stay in the chocolate cupcake and sneak down. So this is tricky for me. I don't know if you have the same hand issue, but I start painting and my own hand I can't see around. I have to move my hand out of the way. So bizarre, but I'll show you. But doing it like this for you, you can see me, right? Because I'll be under it all awkward like this. And I'm in the cupcake and sneak the cake and sneak down. So I'm writing above the zigzag, right? And then, but if I was you and I was going straight ahead, I literally block my own being able to see. I don't know why. I was like, okay, out of my way, hand. I cannot see. Rude. Get out of here. And I'm above the line and I sneak down, zig, zag, and it lasts about 2 zigs or zags, and then it runs out. Wait, oh, more paint. See? Arr. And then do we want it all thin? No, as thick as the top one was, because it's going to be my deep shadow. Let me show you mine again, right? The edges are so dark, and then on purpose, I'm going to let the middle be a little lighter in the middle, because she's bumping towards us, and the light's hitting it right there in the front. Some people find this easy. If you have good handwriting, your hand just does what you tell it to. If you don't have good handwriting, you're like, why won't my hand do what it is? Because it's learning the brain-hand connection. It takes a while. Okay, now everybody pause. Even if you're busy, watch me. Okay, now look at my glob of paint. I'm gonna use the side of my paintbrush and trying to scribbly side to side. Why? Because I don't want to see I don't want to see little baby stripes. I'm using the side so I can go, oh, and the texture is more like cake. Floofy. Like that, bumpy. Fluff. Side of my paintbrush, and I'm doing small wiggles because I don't want to fall out. Does somebody have a question over Miss Scenario question? Somebody has to ask me a question, no? Was that a stretch? Okay. And then a little bit more brown. Scribbly. Did it. And look, even right now I have dark, medium, light. Wherever it's thickest will have the most brown pigment. Wherever it's the thinnest paint will actually be lighter. So giving it permission to be 3 versions of thickness of paint is also 3D. Because how many values are we rooting for? 3. Dark area, medium area, light area. Curiouser and curiouser. Side of our paintbrush for texture. And she's more like when we did the background, peanut butter. And on the tip of the paintbrush, she's a little sharp. And she'll start taking the paint back off, like scratch. And like, no, okay, side of my paintbrush, peanut butter.
Hey Pixie, I don't know if I told you our kiddos are only here till 3:30. I don't want to rush you, but hopefully that's enough time.
Okay, we'll go faster. Okay, no more waiting for room 24 anymore. You guys go faster. Okay.
Thank you.
Now I'm going to clean my... Thanks for telling me that. I would have went faster with the background. I would have been... It's a 2-hour painting. Okay, you guys ready? So now we got to highlight it a little bit. It has its shadow, right? Brown. Which is so boring, I could hardly stand it. So what if I get my little bit of pure white paint? And I just want to give it a little highlight, which means just a tiny bit of baby brown. Go faster. Don't look at me right now. Keep painting. Go. I'm going to be 1 step ahead of you and freak you out. How's that? And push you and drag you behind me, going, wait, she's going too fast. But you're going to be going, oh my God. Okay. So now I'm going to get some white. Poke. I just get some white. Go ahead and finish the corner if you're doing that. Brown. And I get just a little bit in the corner. And how much white do I need? Just a little bit. I just want to change it a little bit. down the middle. So I'm going to drop it off like this, and it's just going to be like dashes in a, like phone number dashes, dash, 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 until no more comes off. Okay. Because I don't want, if I start here and do a swipe, it'll be too thick and then have nothing left. The brown will eat up all our paint. So we drop it off in a dash. A little bit of white. White. Dash, 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 dash. And then should I leave it like that? Because it looks really bad. Do it, do it, do it. Don't wait for your neighbor. You do it. Pretend they're not here. Okay, now using the side of my paintbrush, I just want to change the texture of this white. The edges don't need anything. They're my shadows, but I just want to rub it around, and she might turn baby brown. She might not. So I just go, oh, push it higher, push it lower. Push it higher, push it low. Oh, I don't even care. Push it high. Oh, should I stay in one place for very long? Watch me. Everybody pause and look up. Watch me. Oh, I'm traveling. I hit one. Up, down, up. Oh, not stopping. Up, down, up. I may or may not hit one. It's none of my business. Now I have dark pieces, medium pieces, and light pieces, and all is good. And I don't stay in one place. Who's more powerful, white or brown? Brown. If I keep rubbing one spot for a long time, it's just brown. So I go like this. La, 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 la. Hop, down, traveling along. La, 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 la. And then did you get some blurry areas? Some areas are darker than others, brighter than others, medium, dark. Yep, 3D. Used our side of our paintbrush because the tip of my paintbrush would have scratched the paint off, right? Teeth sharp. Good job. Now I'm going to get my red because we got to do the cherry. You guys ready? Red. And it's only a tiny bit of red because it's a teensy cherry. But I do want to show you something about the cherry. So the cherry also has a white highlight. Everybody pause and look up. Stop what you're doing and watch what I'm, it has a height, but it's round. So I actually make a big long U and then I stop. After it's red, but the red will eat up my white. What? So I land and go, turn the corner, whoosh, and it's running out of paint. I don't care, and I come back. But it looks just like a U. Whoop, like that. Okay, and do I rub it in? No, that's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Okay, but first we have to make it red. And then look at this one. When I was being all delicate with my white, not as cute. Not as cute. I don't know. Just saying. Okay, now I'm going to get my red. So I have to outline this cherry thing. How easy is that? Who knows how to outline already? I know, we already did it. So I just stab my red. And the cherry is in front of the background. So that means, look at that glob of turquoise right there that is wet. Let me smush that, get that off. I got it off with my finger. Calm down. There. Should be dry. But I left a globule right there in the corner. Okay. Whew. Just check yours. Okay, so I get red. And I go, okay. So I'm going to outline it from, I land inside the cherry, right? And go smash. And then I sneak up. Oh, staring at one hair. Push. Rainbow. Yay. But I'm already out of paint. So I have to get more paint ready. Stop. To do the other half and ride the roller coaster. Hump to bump. Yay. Now you do it. And I kind of hold my paintbrush by the metal so I could be close, but I don't touch my wrist to my painting. It's a bad habit to touch because things might be wet later when you're doing another project and you'll smear. So try to learn to float your hand. It's very tricky, but you can do it. Mostly you're afraid of not being able to keep your hand calm because you're asking this big muscle to support your arm and not bounce. It's a trick. You can do it though. Okay, you got a good outline? How easy is it to fill it in once you have an outline? So easy. Stab your red, fill it in, because you can't hurt the outline anymore. Small wiggles. Woo! Red. And remember the color wheel? Red is directly across from the turquoise. That's why we love the two next to each other. You're like, what? That's so pretty. There's a lot of talking happening in Mrs. Snaro's room. Okay, now we're going to highlight that. We got to clean our paintbrush off. So I just get a paper towel and I just give my little red a swipe, right? Because I would like it to be a white highlight, not pink. And if there's red in my paintbrush, it'll be pink. And I'm just going to stab my white like I'm mad. Okay, and I want you to watch me do this because I only have one cherry to highlight. So I'm going to stab my white. So everybody watch. Even if you're busy, watch me. Everybody watch. Okay, so I'm going to start in the corner, but it's straight line, turn the corner, U-turn, straight line. The lines are parallel to each other. Do you guys know the word parallel? Okay, so watch Mrs. Snare's room. Okay, so I go like this. I start a paint. It's going to be very white, but I'm going to run out of white. Watch this. It's so white. It's so white. Then I turn the corner and whoosh, I run out. Should I rub it in? No, it'll turn pink. So it's just like a U, the longest U, parallel lines, go. It's like this shape. So I start at the top, not touching the top, and I go, wee, U-turn, come back up. And then I'm done. I'm like, highlight. I highlighted. Okay, moving on. You haven't done the white, but I need to move on. Okay, now I'm going to do the stem. Okay, so now I'm going to get the brown, and I'm going to put this stem on there. Right? So where's the stem? It lands in the middle of the U and flicks out to the background. So I land in the middle of the U and go flick, right? So I'm going to get the brown. And I get a goober of brown on there. Because I'm going to have to go through white. I have to scratch right through the wet white. So it's got to be on there, right? And then everybody pause and look up even if you're busy. Everybody look. Mrs. Snare's room. Ready? So I'm going to land in the middle of the U and land and flick. Stem. Done. Should I rub it in? No, it's just a single brown line. And then when you're done, because I don't know what cherry sticks looks like. And this red is all wet, right? And we're like, oh no, it's going to be all wet and get inside my frosting. By the time we do frosting, the red will be dry. That's why we did the cake first. Cake's all dry. So now when we do the wrapper, the cake will be dry. Okay, so everybody pause and look up. So now we're going to do the wrapper. Boop, 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 boop. These are actually how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 objects. Okay, and we want each object to be 3D. Okay, so we paint them purple. Nice long strings of purple. But then I use a glob of white, a huge glob of white. Everybody pause and look up. There's a lot of talking happening in Mrs. Snare's room. Okay, so I get the white. I need you to listen to this and stop talking. Okay, so I get the white scoop, and it's very white at first. Then it's less white, and I give it permission to run out of white. Less white, less white, less white. I'm running out of white. There's nothing left but purple, and I don't care. And done. So how many color values am I rooting for? 3, bright, medium, dark, darkest. And then when I start the next one, I paint her purple, right? Then where does the pure white go? White, less, less, less. So you want to try it? Okay, so where's our purple paint? She's got white in there because you know why? Purple by herself is literally almost black. So we have to stir it. I'm just going to mix it together. Make me some lavender. And I want to make sure I get all that purple. Look at that purple on the side. Get it? Swirl it in there and get the purple. Ooh, scratch the sides. More purple. All right, I got lavender. Are you jealous of me? Because I have lavender. Yum. Okay. Okay, now look at all this paint on my paintbrush. I don't care. No, I do. I don't like it. So I'm going to get a paper towel just because it's up all over my... I want it on the bristles. I don't like it all over my handle. So now I clean it off. There. Okay. I don't like it on my hand because it gets in my hands and everything. It's too much. Okay, so now, and how many objects are these? Okay, oh, and this is what your brain's going to do. You ready? Oh my gosh, this is hard. I hate this. This is frustrating. Then, I think I understand it. Then, this is kind of easy. And then, I'm bored. I wish this was over. Because you have a human brain. So, I hate it. I'm frustrated. I hate this. I kind of understand it. I'm kind of understanding it. I got this. This is boring. I hate this. I'm done. Okay? Human brain. It's your parents' fault because they have human brains. But that's how you learn on Earth. So okay, I'm going to outline this object. Just this long, skinny one. Remember, don't start coloring in all these purple or you can't disappear white in them. It has to be wet. So I stab my purple. Look how much paint I got. I'm not scared of paint anymore. We've been painting for an hour. I'm not scared of paint. Okay, and my wrapper is on top of my cake. So, whoop, I put it on top. And then, okay, it's on top of the background. Am I already running out of paint? I thought I got a huge glob. Anymore. I always say I have far to go, so I need a whole bunch. Okay, and then, and straight on the bottom. Whoosh. But my cupcake does touch the table. It's not floating, right? And we push our paint. Okay, that was super easy. How come? Because we've done outline 100 times already. And then I get more purple, and then I fill it in up and down, not side to side. This is a wrapper. So I just go, oh, push, pull, and then I already need more paint. Dang it. Push, pull. Bye, all you white. Goodbye, white. Dry canvas, that's no good. Okay. Boom. Okay, now I clean my paintbrush because I would like to get a stab of white, but if there's this much purple on my paintbrush, I'm going to ruin all my white. So I just give it a pinch. Pinch. There. And now how much white? You're going to figure out how much white you need because you're either going to get too much and be mad. That's okay, you adjust on the next one. Or you get a teensy tiny bit and you're like, mine didn't do nothing. Just adjust, put more on it, right? There's no way you could know how much until you have personal experience. So I'm gonna stab hard because I would like mine super shiny. Remember my two differences? Look, everybody look at how I did it. And I was like, I like the one with a lot of white on it better. This is also two different paint companies, two different purples. I don't know, that's the paint company's fault. But I like this one with more white. That's just me. Okay, it's bright. So I'm going to stab my white like a scoop of white. And then everybody pause and look up. Even if you're busy, I want to show you this. I only have one to show. So Miss Cisneros room, everybody look. So I'm going to go, okay, here I go. I'm going to try to run out of paint. It'll take me like 8 swipes. Let's see. Very white, not very white, running out of white, disappearing white, kind of misty white. It's almost invisible, and now it's almost gone, and then it's completely dark purple. Done. How many color values do I have? 3, bright, medium, dark, darkest. And it will run out of paint all by itself. Like it's none of your business. You're just making the stripes. The white paint does the magic. So who's eating up your white right now? Purple. Purple eats up your white and says, thank you. And then each stripe should get lighter, farther, lighter, farther. And can you go back over and do it? No. If you go back over it, what color do you get? Lavender. You'll just mix them together and you won't get any shadowing. Okay, so who's frustrated, confused, upset, angry? That's stage 1 of learning. So too bad for you. Okay, now I'm going to get the purple. Glob of purple because I have far to go. Okay, now I have another one. I do a triangle at the top. Oh my gosh, that boogie's trying to fall off my paintbrush. Get off. There. So I go, okay. Yeah, triangle at the top, straight sides, flat bottom. Whoop. And it's all ugly, and I don't care because I'm going to decorate it when I put the white on. And then I go stripe, fill it in purple. Smush, 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 smush. I try to stay inside the lines because shape matters, right? Shape, color, and texture. So the shape of the cupcake doesn't matter because I drew it for you. The color is 3D, dark, medium, light, and the texture matters. Like going up and down and not side to side. If it was side to side, our brain would be like, what is this supposed to be? Texture matters. Then I clean my paintbrush, pinch. Oh, and I got a little bit of brown because my brown was still a little bit wet and I pulled it down in there. It's just going to look like a shadow. All blends in. Okay, now I have another piece. So how much? Who needs to get more white this time? Less white? Just adjust. This is Earth. We never know anything until after we've done it. Whatever. So I get a scoop of, I clean my paintbrush before I get a scoop of white so I don't ruin all my white. Scoop! Oh my God, look how much white I got. Okay, I think this might be too much. This might be too, okay. So my first stripe is very white, not very white, running out of white, and all my lines touch. They're all holding hands, and then it runs out all by itself. Yay! Super white, not very white, running out of white, all gone, disappeared. Should I rub it in and scribble it in? No, that's not running out of white. That's scribbling and making violet. Ah! Then I clean my paintbrush because I would like to get purple. Pinch. Whenever your paper towel is like ugly, just get another paper towel. And then I get purple. Okay, how's your brain? How is that one? So it was like, okay, frustrating, confusing. I think I understand it. So how fast are you going to get to board? Probably like in 2 more. And then I will just stop talking and you do it by yourself. But I'm going to keep talking right now. Okay, so I got to outline because I want the wrapper on top of the cake. So I go swipe, swipe, okay. And then there is a piece. And then I fill it in with the purple. Okay, I get a lot of paint because I don't even care anymore. I don't even care how much paint. I just get it and I paint. Because I totally trust myself now. And I'm like, oh, I've done it already. I know how to do this. Jeez, I just push the paint around as if. I trust it. Okay. And then I clean my paintbrush off because I want to get white. Pinch. Who's beating me right now? Is everyone still on number 3? What? You're beating me. Okay, now I get white. Get a big scoop of it. How come? Because mine's going to shimmer shine. Okay, the first line of the, because this one, whatever is whitest is closest to you. So this one, this is the part of the cake wrapper that's sticking out towards me. So I go, okay, it's very white, not very white, running out of white, almost out of white, disappearing, invisible, all gone. Okay. Who that makes sense to? Bright, medium, less, disappear, all gone, missed. And the purple ate it up. Who's got pure white string as your first one? That's going to be so shimmer shine when it dries. If you go back over and fixie, what are you actually making? Lavender, boring, one color. Ugh. Okay, who's that? Okay, I understand it, or I'm frustrated. I understand it. I got it, lady. Stop talking. I want to do it by myself. Who's there? Who wants to do it by himself? No helpsies? Okay, we only did 3. You guys are already ready? Okay, outline, fill it in, highlight. And it's really hard for me not to talk because I'm a teacher and teachers can't help but keep their mouth moving. So like if you're a talker, become a teacher because no one can tell you to be quiet. So I will try to be quiet and let you do this in quiet. Okay, I'll hold my mouth, but I might remember something. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay, that was really hard. Did you hear me? I didn't say anything. I thought of 10 things I wanted to say and I had kept my hand on my mouth. Okay, who's beating me? I have 4 done. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. Okay, I may or may not talk. Covering my mouth is weird. Who's really letting theirs be white? Super white to start and then baby invisible mist. Nice. Clean my paintbrush. Okay. Lots of white. Skip. Okay. Super white. Less white. Less white. Invisible. I couldn't help but say it that time. I only have 3 left. I'm beating you right now. Who's beating me? You are. No, you're beating me. Okay, I'm gonna go faster. Okay, me. No more talking. Get serious. Okay. I think I just literally need to hold my cup of purple. I don't have to turn around. I can't have people beating me. I'm the boss lady. My paintbrush. Pinch. Scoop of white. Whoop. White. Not very white. Running out of white. Disappearing. Mist. I have 2 left. I'm going to beat you all. Nobody beats this lady. Oh my God, that was way too much purple. Okay, I'm being too aggressive now. I put a lot of purple. I went scoop, Smith. Okay. Now I'm being silly. Okay, big scoop of white. I don't even know if this will soften my purple because I put it on so thick. Yep, she ate it in 2 swipes. I need more white. I put it on too thick. Okay, right? Less. That's what I get for being hyper. Okay, I have 1 left. Poke. Yay! Okay, who beat me? What? Now room 25 is the fast room? What happened over here? What? The world, it just turned, universe just flipped. Okay, now guess what the big yellow one's for? The big yellow one is for frosting, okay? And this is why. Everybody pause and look up, even if you're busy. Look, you feel how soft she is on the side. The texture she's gonna make with the paint, right? She's really smooth. So of course I outlined each frosting piece, right? But then I go like this, flat, all the way flat, and I go, whoosh, And it's incredibly smooth, neat texture. But look, I'll show you. So it's very white up in the corner. Whee! And I try to do it straight and smooth, but I do have a little waggle because I'm human. And then the one lobe below that is darker. How come? I ran out of white. Whoosh. And look at how it runs out of paint all by itself over here. How come? Because that's what paint does. The pink's going to be all wet, and I go whoosh. And then I go whoosh when each section, but I have to do each section at a time. So where's my pink at? Oh, here she is. So it's white and red, right? Her name is Pithantha Red because she makes the prettiest pink ever. And I have to stir it. You can't even see the white in mine because I put the pink on top. I got to stir. Because look how red she'd be. She'd be as red as my shirt. That's a little harsh, right? A little harsh. So I'm going to stir it with this white. Scraping the bottom, scraping the sides, swirly, swirly. And now it's lighter. A little bit lighter. You know what? I don't like it on my paintbrush after I stir, so I'm going to clean it off. I don't like that. Ew. Okay, there. Okay, now who's ready to make how many of these do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. You guys ready? So I stab my pink. And I'm going to outline from underneath the frosting. Staring at one hair. And the frosting's on top of the background. And is the frosting on top of the cake? It does touch the cake. I have seen frosting touch the cake. But I push my paint for a smooth edge. Thick, thick, thick paint. How come thick paint? It makes that squish bead come out super smooth. Squish. Look how much paint this paintbrush holds too. Do you notice that? Way better than the other paintbrushes. Like it gets a glob of paint and really holds on to it. Okay, everybody pause and look up. Everybody pause real quick for a suggestion. Stop and look up. I'm going to use the side of my paintbrush for practice when I put the pink on. Because, you know, I want to get that feel of putting the white on with the side of the paintbrush. So why don't I just practice while I'm putting the pink on and just see how it feels? Whoosh. Whoosh. Yep. Okay. I just wanted that smooth texture. The side of my paintbrush, smooth. Putting the pink on is practice for putting the white on. Okay, now, can I have pink on my paintbrush when I go get white? No, it'll contaminate all the white. But I need a new paper towel. That paper towel is disgusting. So I just give it a pinch. And it sharpens my paintbrush a little bit. And then everybody pause and look up because I have something else to show you. Watch. How much white is this? Oh my, are you? I know. I am serious. I got a scoop of white. So don't look away. Everybody watch. Oh, because it just, half of it fell on the floor just now. Okay, everybody watch. Here I go. Don't look away. Look up. Okay, so I'm going to put it in the corner. Land and push. Watch. Softly, softly, ever so softly, softly. It's going to disappear and disappear and disappear. All gone. Wait, there's a second half. So am I going to get more? No, I just squish the bottom of this white and push it down. Oh. And then the texture is whoosh. And then I'm done. And then it should run out. Whoosh. Like whoosh. And then I'm done. And I give it permission to disappear on that end. Because, you know, like we did the purple, it just runs out. By the time I get to the other end of the frosting, ran out. Okay, guys, we have 6 minutes. Go faster. I know, right? So who's dilly-dallying over there washing your paintbrush, crazy person? Okay, now I have to do the next one. So I get pink poke and I outline it. Ooh, I have to be in front of the cherry too. So that means I have to paint on top of the cherry so the cherry's behind my frosting. Whoop. I like how much paint this one can hold. And do you know who notices this is a better paintbrush? How smooth is it? So smooth and delicate and nice with excellent bristles. It holds lots of paint. This is why it's fancy. I wish I could show you how to make flowers and leaves with it. You would freak out how awesome that is, but we don't have time. Oh, and then how do I fill it in with paint? Do I fill it in with the tip of the paintbrush? No, I'm practicing. So I hold it flat like this. Everybody pause and look up. Magic wand. So I can be swoopy, like flat. I'm literally holding it like a magic wand, so I could just use the side and go whoosh. And I'm just practicing for the feel when I put the white on. I'm just getting it pink, okay? Yep. That's how we do it. And then I get to clean my paintbrush and get the white. Scoop of white. And then where do I put it? Up in the corner. Smash. And softly, whee, and it runs out. And then I grab that and pull her down another row. Oh, look at this one doesn't have as much white. I'm going to get it again. I got another poke of white. I'm jealous that the bottom one had more. There. Whoosh, whoosh. So where should it be most white? In this corner. Where should I run out of white? Over there. Dark, medium, running out of white. Should I touch it twice? No, I give it permission to be lots of white and then no white. I give it permission to do that. The tip of my paintbrush, no. Too scratchy. Then I clean my paintbrush and I get pink. And I outline the next one. And then I use the side of my paintbrush to fill it in. Okay, I use the side so I can feel it. The side of my paintbrush is swoopy. Clean my paintbrush and stab my white so I can go and whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Neat. And I like the texture. And I don't care that it's not smooth and blended in because the texture is so much more interesting to look at. And this is a cupcake, right? It should be really teensy. So when they use the candy shaker to shake these little we got silver candies to put on top. The silver candies only go to the top. They don't go to these bottom two. So I only put them up here, right? And I'm going to use the silver. Do you guys see that little bit of silver that's in that little cup? It's real silver. You could paint a rock silver and trick somebody. Look, I found shiny silver. And they'd be like, what? Just kidding. Okay, and then I clean my paintbrush to get white. And then I just fall down. I touch the tippy tip. Everybody pause and look up. I touch the tippy top and I go wee, 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 wee. Now where's my silver? So everybody look. I'm going to get, mine tipped over. So look where my silver is. My silver is in a puddle on the side of my cup. So everybody don't paint. Look up. Watch me. I'm going to use my stick because she'll make perfect little round silver candies. Like Hershey's Kisses. Let me do it closer so you can see. But I have to get the where it's thick. My cup tipped over so the thickness is on the side. Poke. But not the bottom two. They don't want any. Because if I was shaking from the top, it would only be on the top part of the cupcake. And it's shiny. You guys ever had these shiny silver candies they put on some cupcakes? I did not like them. They were too hard. Crunchy, crunchy, hard, hard. And I get a scoop. A scoop. So it's a little round bead. And go doink. Doink. Oh, more paint. If it's not enough paint, it'll be shaped like a horseshoe. Oh, they get too tiny. It only works one. I tried to do 2 or 3 and it won't work. They're too tiny. Okay. And then, I know it's too fast, but I'm watching the clock. Everybody pause and look at me again. Look. Now I'm going to use my blue paintbrush and get a poke of white, right? Because it's tinier. Everybody pause and look up. I would like my silver candies to look shiny. You know my eye has a little white dot in it. How come it has a white dot? Because it's shiny. So I give each one a little itty bitty tiny speck of white and it will make them look shiny. Oh, it's a trick. Oh, that one was too much white, but I don't care because it's a shimmer. It's a shimmer shine. Whoop, whoop. Okay, so much cuter with a speck of white on it. Oh, this one didn't get one. Look, she looks all dark now compared to the other ones. Oh, she's jealous. There. Okay, now you do it. And you need a lot of candies. No, because that would be really hard to eat. If there's a million candies, it'd be too hard. Now put the lids on all your paints. And you can take these home, put them in your bag. And who's going to wash this good yellow paintbrush really good? Wash this paintbrush really, really good.